I guess I came out. I didn't come out. Look at me.
She was a little bit surprised, but not overly surprised. When I actually worked up the courage when I was sober, my friend's like, yeah, you told me a couple of weeks ago. So you're an idiot.
I don't know if my best friend counts because she was there. No, it was my best friend, yeah.
I guess the first person I came out to would have been my ex-husband. And from then on I didn't have to really come out to anyone because he pretty much told everyone for me.
The first person I came out to was my girlfriend at the time. It wasn't my girlfriend for much longer after that.
I always find myself staring at women's bodies and not the men, but I never really understood what that meant.
I remember her name was Mia and she had a blue bow in her hair and I remember it so well, and I didn't know gay or straight. I just wanted to ask her to disco.
Most of the reactions to my coming out were pretty good. My mother's still in denial after 10 years. She thinks it's a choice. She doesn't understand that it's just the way you are. And it's still ongoing because she thinks that I'm eventually going to meet a guy and have kids.
My mum, every time I call her, she keeps asking if I'm still gay. She just doesn't know. She doesn't realise that it's not a thing that one day I'm just not going to be gay.
Probably the worst moment was, when I asked my dad, I've got nowhere to sleep, like, can I please stay with you? And he said no, because I was gay and he didn't want me to influence the other children.
I think I left them till last because I was scared of losing their friendship. He and I were like brothers, but it felt like I was losing somebody. I lost somebody really close to me.
But I think that was probably the worst reaction, was losing my best mate coming out.
But the thing about me being not girly, sometimes I run into difficult spots. And he stopped and looked right at me and went, oh, it's a girl. It's a girl. Fuck you. That kind of thing, yeah, that's really hurtful.
About year 7 is when I admitted that I was bi. I didn't want to admit that I was lesbian because I grew up in a country town, so, kids got bashed at school for that and teased.
It probably took a couple of months once everyone knew that I was gay, and just the relief.
Just knowing that I didn't have to live my life like a lie anymore, to me that was such an uplifting feeling. It took such a burden of tension and anxiety away from me.
So yeah, never having to say it again, never having to box myself like that again.
And it was just a freedom, just a newfound freedom really.
Now that I admitted that I liked girls, I could go and be with girls. Yes, that's the best part.
You've had your whole life to come to terms and accept the fact that you're gay. You can't accept your mum to realise overnight and accept it and be okay with it.
It's not the end. You come out and your parents might not like it, your friends might, they're not really your friends if they don't like it. have to judge you based on that. All these things could happen in the worst case scenario, but time goes on and people realise that they're silly.
Come out to people who are, who you know will give you support.
I would suggest to somebody to reach out to their friends, because sometimes I think friends have a better acceptance than the closest ones in our lives, which are generally our family.
Because a lot of people do hide it so much, so I think it is good to be open so it's out there and it becomes a normal thing.
You're okay because you know then you've got the support of the people who do love and care about you for who you are.
Be honest. Be honest. You don't have to announce to the world that you're one way or the other way or different or the same. You don't even have to say anything. Just be honest with who you are, how you feel, who you love. Nothing negative. I'd do it again. No regrets. No way.
Be true to you. You can't change who you are. There are heaps of people out there that are supportive. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always a dream story, I guess. But just be true to you. You can't live any other way.